বদন দিশে খালি ছাই ছাই, দিশে খালি ছাই ছাই। আসহে শান্ত মধুর কণায় করুণা নিধি। আসহে শান্ত মধুর। পায়ে নাহি আখি অছকেতে দূরে, পায়ে নাহি আখি অছকেতে দূরে। তুম লাগি মুঝে নিশি ঝুরি মারে, তুম লাগি মুঝে নিশি ঝুরি মারে। এদিন কুটিরে থাপি দিয় বারে, দিন কুটিরে থাপি দিয় বারে। কমল চরণ দুই, কমল চরণ দুই। আসহে শান্ত কান্ত মধুর কণায় করুণা নিধি। আসহে শান্ত কান্ত মধুর কণায় করুণা নিধি। আকুল নয়ন রহিথিয় নাই, আকুল নয়ন রহিথিয় নাই। তুমদর তুমর চন পাই, তুমর চন পাই। আসহে শান্ত কান্ত মধুর কণায় করুণা নিধি। আসহে শান্ত কান্ত মধুর। জয়
জয় গুরু। বিশ্বেশ্বর বলি দেবে, ডাকিবি বলি মুহাবে। বিশ্বেশ্বর বলি দেবে, ডাকিবি বলি মুহাবে। মনে হয়ে বহু দূরে, মনে হয়ে বহু দূরে। রহিম যাচ্ছি দেবে, মনে হয়ে বহু দূরে। রহিম যাচ্ছি দেবে। বিশ্বেশ্বর বলি যেবে, ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে। ভাড়ে যেবে মনে মোরা, আসে আছো এটা চোরা। ভাড়ে যেবে মনে মোরা, আসে আছো এটা চোরা। ব্যবধান কাহি যায়, আনন্দরে মন ডুবে। ব্যবধান কাহি যায়, আনন্দরে মন ডুবে। বিশ্বেশ্বর বলি দেবে, ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে। বিশ্বেশ্বর বলি যেবে, ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে বিশ্বাস নরু খাসি আসে মোরা আসবাই বিশ্বাস নরু খাসি আসে মোরা আসবারে পূজা আর প্রভু দিয়তাব শ্রীপয়রে পূজা আর প্রভু দিয়তাব শ্রীপয়রে বিশেষর বলি দেবে ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে বিশেষর বলি দেবে ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে অশ্রু কণা উপচারা বিনা কিছু নাহি মোরা অশ্রু কণা উপচারা বিনা কিছু নাহি মোরা কাঙ্গাল অশ্রু বলি কাঙ্গাল অশ্রু বলি গ্রহণ কি ন করিবে কাঙ্গাল অশ্রু বলি গ্রহণ কি ন করিবে বিশেষর বলি দেবে ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে বিশেষর বলি দেবে ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে মনে হুয়ে বহু দূরে রহি মোজা খুঁজি দেবে মনে হুয়ে বহু দূরে রহি মোজা খুঁজি দেবে বিশেষর বলি দেবে ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে বিশেষর বলি দেবে ডাকিবি বলি ভাবে জয় গুরু মাগিবি নাহি মো କିଛି ତୋ ଚରଣେ ଅଳିକାରେ ମାଗିବି ନାହିଁ ମୁଁ କିଛି ତୋ ଚରଣେ ଅଳିକାରେ ଦର୍ଶନ ଦିଅ ମା ଦର୍ଶନ ଦିଅ ମା ଏତିକି ଭିକ୍ଷା ଶଙ୍କରି ମାଗିବି ନାହିଁ ମୁଁ କିଛି ତୋ ଚରଣେ ଅଳିକାରେ কমল পদরে তোর নুয়াইবি মাথা মোরা কমল পদরে তোর নুয়াইবি মাথা মোরা লাগিবি নাহি মো ইছি তো চরণে আড়ি
ভববন্ধন মোচন পূজ্যবর গুণহীনম শেষ গুণাধিপতি ভবভীরুজনে সততম্বরদম প্রণমামি গুরু শিবকল্পতরু প্রণমামি গুরু শিবকল্পতরু।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଭାଇ ଶୁଣା ଯାଉଛି? ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଶୁଣା ଯାଉଛି?
ହଁ ମା ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଶୁଭୁଛି।
রঙ্গি মাসি পদা কঞ্জ নীলধারে পঙ্কজ ভকত মুকতি সিন্ধু ঝরে মধুবিন্দু ভকত মুকতি সিন্ধু ঝরে মধুবিন্দু काटे के बेढ़े कुंज बसना काटे के बेढ़े कुंज बसना तेरे सुंदरिया समोना कमलिया अपना मनोरी उन्मासना কমনিয়া অপাকনা পরমনি উন্মাদনা গলে রুদ্রাক্ষরা মালা মন্দিছি দুদক্ষরা গলে রুদ্রাক্ষরা মালা মন্দিছি দুদক্ষরা কন্ধে রূপবিতা গিরি শোভনা কন্ধে রূপবিতা গিরি শোভনা গিরি সুন্দরিয়া ঋষমনা কুঞ্চিত রুলতা গেলে নয়ন কটাক্ষানি কুঞ্চিত রুলতা গেলে নয়ন কটাক্ষানি যাবক মধুরা ধরা ঝরায়ে প্রিয়তা ধারা যাবক মধুরা ধরা ঝরায়ে প্রিয়তা ধারা নাসাপুট হয়ে মন হরণ নাসাপুট হয়ে মন হরণ সুন্দরিয়া ঋষমনা ধন্য তুম মুখ থাকে গগন পড়িছি খসে ধন্য তুম মুখ থাকে গগন পড়িছি খসে নিখিলা অড়কাবলি গন্ধ মন্দলায়ে ছাতি নিখিলা অড়কাবলি গন্ধ মন্দলায়ে ছাতি লালাটে শোভায় গন্ধ চন্দনা লালাটে শোভায় গন্ধ চন্দনা সুন্দরিয়া ঋষমনা পবিত্র হইলা পবিত্র হইলা করে তুম গুণগান দেখি যাও জীবনা করে তুম গুণগান দেখি যাও জীবনা মাগই অভয় শরণ মাগই অভয় শরণ সুন্দরিয়া ঋষমনা तेरे धन्य है मेरी नयना तेरे धन्य है मेरी नयना तेरे सुंदरिया रिसाना काही तो हुए ना काही तो हुए ना काही तो हुए ना काही तो हुए ना हरिया के बंद बंदना हरिया के बंद बंदना तेरे सुंदरिया रिसाना तेरे सुंदरिया रिसाना तेरे सुंदरिया रिसाना
Joy Guru, Nigam Upadesha, eligibility for service. Service cannot be rendered by the ignorant. If sevakas, servitors, do not possess knowledge, they cannot accomplish real service. While giving service, you have to know the mind and feeling of them you serve. Thus, you can give service to one according to his requirement and liking. God knows everyone's psychology and feelings, so it is possible for him to render service to everyone's contentment. The linkage of heart between Guru and Shishya is the affirmation of his celestial ideal. It is also the greatest of all things. No one can realize the supreme significance of such loving heart unless one gets the tender charge and grace of a living saint. The revelation of Ramakrishna's heart was the supreme revelation before Vivekananda. He never had any feelings. Either Ramakrishna studied the Vedas and Vedanta because Vivekananda was awakened to sublime spiritual experience by Ramakrishna's supremely loving heart. You have not got any indication of real truth, or you have not endeavored to have it. Hence, you have so much attraction for duplicate things. Joy.
Jai Guru, minutes of 878 Sangha Puja session report, date 3rd September 2023 Sunday, time 7:15 AM to 8:45 AM EST first session and 9:45 AM to 11:55 AM EST second session. Parya Pratyush, Siddhant Vedima, Samvitana. Adhivasa Puja was held in the Ashram Mandira at 7 PM EST. Link to the attendance sheet is available on Sangha website. First session 7:15 AM to 8:45 AM EST. The morning session of the puja started at 7:15 AM with Pratiksha song Mano Moro Chahe Sebibaku Sada and Oliva Pradipa Jalinu Rakhichi, respectively by Pujama and Niluma. During this puja, all the Bhais and Maas joined the puja session at MSN as well as Bhaya AMSA teleconference. At 7:30 AM, Vijay Bhai offered Arati to Sri Sri Thakura. After Arati, Smita Rai Ma sang Bandana and Sota Bandana along with other Bhais and Maas. Braja Bhai led reading of Parichay Patra, Samilani Prarthana and Asana Mandira Nitya Puja Prarthana. Then Diptima read Sri Sri Guru Gita verse 46, Then Padmama read Sangha Sevaka series 53 part 2 Vandana Prarthana Prarthana Karinga Prati. Following that, Sangitama invited Sri Sri Thakura for the Balya Bhoga and all wise mas and young aspirants for Balya Prasad and to attend the second session of Sangha Puja. The first session of Puja was concluded with Jai Guru Mahanama Kirtana. After the first session, Bhoga was offered to Sri Sri Thakura. Then Bhai, Mas and young aspirants had Balya Prasad. Second session 9:45 AM to 11:55 EST. The second session of the puja started at 9:45 AM with Abahana song Akhi Luhamoro Manu Nahi Mana by Anjali Ma and Sedinoko Asa Kari by Sukanya Ma. Then all devotees sang Bhava Bandhana Mochana followed by opening curtains of the Natamandira. Smitabai Ma then sang the Bandhana Ajiye Subha Lagane. After this, Shivani Ma read Parichaya Patra followed by Vishwapati Pranama by Arpita Ma. Then Rashmi Ma read Nigama Upadesha Jnana and Bhakti from page number 225. Here we discussed that often with excessive jnana, we tend to get more inclined towards self-fulfillment rather than focusing on the spiritual journey itself. Sandeep Bhai read minutes of the last Sangha Puja. Then Chetama read Pancha Sanyasini Shishya, page number 139 to 145. Then Sibanima sang Prarthana Sangita, Rajani Gandhamo Nuhai Thakura. Then Monalisa Ma read Sansara Pathe part 1, chapter 33, Duties of Non-Renunciation for Householders. This was followed by the question-answer session by Rajabhai. The young aspirant session started with the Prarthana song by Srija. Then Sriyama took the attendance for the young aspirants and led the discussion for the young aspirant session. After the young aspirant discussion, Pratyush, Shibanima and Sangitama shared their feelings towards Sri Sri Thakura through Bhava Vinimaya Seva. Then Sangitama invited Sri Sri Thakur Maharaj for Madhan Bhoga and evening puja. Then Sanvi, Vishwajit Bhai and Ashwin Bhai invited Sri Sri Thakura, Mas, Bhais and young aspirants to next Sangha Puja to be held on 10 September 2023. Then Vrindavan Bhai invited Sri Sri Thakura, Mas, Bhais and young aspirants for Guhasana Varshikotsava Puja to be held on 3rd September 2023. After that, Shivanima prayer for forgiveness for any mistakes in Seva during the puja. The session was concluded with Vidya Prarthana song by Amritama, followed by Jai Guru Mahanama Kirtana and Pranama, after which asana was closed. Vrindavan Bhai took attendance of all Bhais and Mas present during the puja. Then Bhoga was offered to Sri Sri Thakura, followed by Prasad Sevana by all Bhais, Mas and young aspirants. Sri Sri Thakur Charanasita, Pratyush, Vandivedima, Sangitama. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. नीलाचल ठाकुर निगमानंद पुस्तक आरंभ करवा लीला नारायण मांगर लिखा सूचीपत्र पर अनुवादन पदे से पढ़ी। जय गुरु। अनुवादक पदे योगी वीर्य सदा लब्धं सत्य ज्ञानेन निश्चया विभोज्यस्य समं नास्ति तद्ब्रह्म प्रणम्यहं। ब्रह्म पुराण। साधन परायण मुमुक्षु योगीगण जहांको सात्विक ज्ञान साहाय्य और निष्ठापर सेवा प्रभाव अंतर लाभ करिथांती से सर्वत्र व्याप्त होइथिबारु ए जगतरे अद्वितीय एही ब्रह्म स्वरूप गुरुदेव को प्रणाम करुअछु। एही उत्कल खंडर नीलाचल धामरे
ପ୍ରକଟିତ ତାଙ୍କର ଅନ୍ତିମ ଲୀଳାର ବିବରଣୀ ଏହି ନୀଳାଚଳୀ ଠାକୁର ନିଗମାନନ୍ଦ ପୁସ୍ତକର ପ୍ରଥମ ଖଣ୍ଡଟି ବଙ୍ଗଳା ଭାଷାରେ ପ୍ରଥମ ଥର ପାଇଁ ମୁଦ୍ରିତ ହୋଇ 1381 ସାଲ ମାଘ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣିମାରେ ପ୍ରକାଶିତ ହୋଇଥିଲା। 1399 ସାଲରେ ଆଜି ସେହି ମାଘ ପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣିମାରେ କଟକ ଜିଲ୍ଲାସ୍ଥ କୋଉପଦାଠାରେ ଅନୁଷ୍ଠିତ 41 ଉତ୍କଳ ପ୍ରାଦେଶିକ ଭକ୍ତ ସମ୍ମିଳନୀ ଅବସରରେ ଏହା ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷାରେ ଅନୁବାଦ କରାଯାଇ ସଂଘ ପକ୍ଷରୁ ପ୍ରକାଶିତ ହୋଇ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷୀ ପାଠକ ମାନଙ୍କ କର କମଳରେ ଯେ ଦିଆଯାଇ ପାରିଲା, ଏହା କେବଳ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ମହାରାଜଙ୍କର ଉତ୍କଳବାସୀଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ଅହେତୁକୀ କରୁଣାର ନିଦର୍ଶନ ବୋଲି ଆମେ ମନେକରି ତାଙ୍କରି ଶ୍ରୀଚରଣ କମଳରେ ଅଜସ୍ର ଭକ୍ତିପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ପ୍ରଣାମ ଜଣାଉଛୁ। ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ଗୁରୁଭାର ଗ୍ରହଣ ପୂର୍ବକ ଭାରତର ପୂର୍ବାଞ୍ଚଳରେ ବହୁ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କର ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ଉନ୍ନତି ଭାର ନେଇ ଯେଉଁ ଅଭିନବ ଗୁରୁବାଦ ମୂଳକ ଭାବଧାରା ପ୍ରଚାର କଲେ, ତାହା ତତ୍କାଳୀନ ଜନସମାଜରେ ନୂତନ ଜୀବନ ସଞ୍ଚାର କରିଥିଲା। ସେ ଜଗଦ୍ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ପ୍ରେରଣା ନେଇ ଅବତରଣ କରିଥିବାରୁ ସର୍ବଦା ଆତ୍ମଭାବରେ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠିତ ଥିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତ ଓ ଜନସାଧାରଣଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ପ୍ରେମ କରୁଣାପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ଭାବନାରେ ବିଭୋର ଥିଲେ। ସେଥିଲାଗି ସେ ତାଙ୍କର ଆଶ୍ରିତ ବର୍ଗଙ୍କୁ ନିର୍ଭର ଆଶ୍ୱାସ ବାଣୀ ଦେଇ କହିଥିଲେ ଯେ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟରୁ ଜଣେ ମଧ୍ୟ ମୁକ୍ତ ନ ହୋଇ ଏ ଜଗତରେ ରହିଥିବା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସେ ମୁକ୍ତ ହେବେ ନାହିଁ। ଏହା ହିଁ ତାଙ୍କଠାରେ ଗୁରୁଭାବର ଚରମ ବିକାଶ। ଭଗବାନଙ୍କର ଅବତାର ମାନଙ୍କ ପରି କେବଳ ମାତ୍ର ଗୋଟିଏ ଉଚ୍ଚ ଧର୍ମ ସ୍ଥାପନ କରିଦେଇ ସେ ତୃପ୍ତ ନୁହନ୍ତି। ପ୍ରତ୍ୟେକ ସାଧାରଣ ଜୀବ ଯେ ଯେତେ ନିମ୍ନ ସ୍ତରରେ ଥାଆନ୍ତୁ ନା କାହିଁକି, ସେ ସେହି ସ୍ତରରୁ କ୍ରମେ ଉନ୍ନତି ଲାଭ କରି କିପରି ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ଜଗତର ଶୀର୍ଷ ଦେଶରେ ଉପନୀତ ହୋଇପାରିବେ, ତାହା ହିଁ ତାଙ୍କ ଜୀବନର ପ୍ରଧାନ ଅନୁଧ୍ୟାନର ବସ୍ତୁ ଥିଲା। ବଙ୍ଗ, ବିହାର, ଆସାମ ଓ ବ୍ରହ୍ମଦେଶ ପ୍ରଭୃତି ଅଞ୍ଚଳରେ ସହସ୍ର ସହସ୍ର ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଗୁରୁ ପ୍ରୀତି ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ଉନ୍ନତିର ପ୍ରେରଣା ସଞ୍ଚାରିତ କରିସାରି ସେ ନିରାଚଳ ଧାମରେ ନିଭୃତ ବିଶ୍ରାମର ଆବରଣ ତଳେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଅନ୍ତର୍ଜଗତରେ କର୍ମନିରତ ଥିଲେ। ସେ ଏହି ସମୟରେ ବାହିକ ଭାବରେ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତ ମାନଙ୍କ ସହ ଦେଖା ସାକ୍ଷାତ ଓ ମିଳାମିଶା ବନ୍ଦ କରି ଦେଇଥିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ନିର୍ଜନରେ ବସି ସେମାନଙ୍କ ଆତ୍ମାର ବିକାଶ ଦିଗରେ ନିଜର ଚିନ୍ତା ଶକ୍ତି ପ୍ରୟୋଗ କରୁଥିଲେ। ଏହିଠାରେ ଥାଇ ତ୍ରିଶୂଳରେ ଶୈଳବାଳାଙ୍କୁ ଉଦ୍ଧାର କରିବା, ଜଳମଗ୍ନ ଶିଷ୍ୟର ପ୍ରାଣ ରକ୍ଷା ଓ ଅଶ୍ମୀ ବାବୁଙ୍କ ମୃତ୍ୟୁ ପରେ ତାଙ୍କ ଛାୟାମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ଦର୍ଶନ ଇତ୍ୟାଦି ତାଙ୍କର ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଚିନ୍ତାର ପ୍ରକୃଷ୍ଟ ନିଦର୍ଶନ। ଗୁରୁ ଭାବରେ ଶିକ୍ଷାଦାନ ପରେ ତାଙ୍କ ପ୍ରଦତ୍ତ ସେହି ଶିକ୍ଷା ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଜୀବନରେ କିପରି କ୍ରିୟାଶୀଳ ହେଉଛି ବା ଶିଷ୍ୟମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ଅବିଦ୍ୟମାନତାରେ ତାହା କିପରି ପାଳନ କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଦୂରରେ ଥାଇ ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟ କରିବା ହିଁ ପ୍ରକୃତ ଗୁରୁଙ୍କର କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ। ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଅନୁକୂଳ ଓ ପ୍ରତିକୂଳ ପରିସ୍ଥିତିରେ ପଡ଼ିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଯଦି ଶିକ୍ଷାର ମର୍ମ ଅନ୍ତରରେ କୌଣସି ପ୍ରକାରରେ ମଳିନ ନ ହୋଇ ଜାଜୁଲ୍ୟମାନ ରହିଲା, ତେବେ ଯାଇ ଶିକ୍ଷାଟି ପ୍ରକୃତ ରୂପେ ଗୃହୀତ ହୋଇଛି ବୋଲି ଜଣାପଡ଼େ। ଏଥିଲାଗି ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟକ୍ଷ ବିଦ୍ୟମାନତାରୁ କିଞ୍ଚିତ ଅନ୍ତର କରିଦେଇ ପରୀକ୍ଷା କରିବା ନିମିତ୍ତ ସନ୍ନ୍ୟାସୀ ମାନଙ୍କ ଚତୁର୍ଧାମ ଭ୍ରମଣର ବ୍ୟବସ୍ଥା ପ୍ରଚଳିତ ଅଛି। ପରୀକ୍ଷା ବ୍ୟତୀତ କୌଣସି ଶିକ୍ଷାର ସଫଳତା ଜଣାପଡ଼େ ନାହିଁ। ତା ଛଡା ମଧ୍ୟ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ଗୁରୁ ଦୂରରେ ରହି ତାଙ୍କର ଉନ୍ନତ ଇଚ୍ଛାଶକ୍ତି ପ୍ରୟୋଗ ଦ୍ୱାରା ଶିଷ୍ୟମାନଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ତର କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ସ୍ୱାଭାବିକ ଭାବରେ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ଅଜ୍ଞାତ ସାରରେ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ପ୍ରକୃତ ଭଗବତ ଭାବ ଜାଗ୍ରତ କରାଇ ଦେଇପାରନ୍ତି। ମହାତୋଳ ବାମାକ୍ଷେତା ନଳିନୀକାନ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଚିତା ସାଧନାରେ ବସାଇ ଦେଇ ଆବଶ୍ୟକୀୟ ସମସ୍ତ ଉପଦେଶ ଦେଲା ପରେ ଦୂରକୁ ଯାଇ ତାରାଦେବୀ ମନ୍ଦିରରେ ବସି ମାଭେଇ ଉଚ୍ଚାରଣ କରି ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ବିକ୍ଷିପ୍ତ ଚିତ୍ତକୁ ସଂଯତ କରିଦେଉଥିଲେ। ଭଗବାନ ରାମକୃଷ୍ଣ ଦେବ ମଧ୍ୟ ଗିରିଶ ଘୋଷଙ୍କ ପକ୍ଷରୁ ବକଲମା ନେଇ ନାମ ଜପ କରିବା ଦ୍ୱାରା ତାଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ବେଦାନ୍ତ ଜ୍ଞାନର ସ୍ମରଣ କରାଇ ଦେଇଥିଲେ। ସେହିପରି ନରେନ୍ଦ୍ର ଚନ୍ଦ୍ର ସ୍ୱାମୀ ବିବେକାନନ୍ଦଙ୍କୁ କାଳୀମାତାଙ୍କ ନିକଟକୁ ଚାକିରି ପାଇଁ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବାକୁ ପଠାଇ ଦେବା ପରେ ନିଜର ଇଚ୍ଛାଶକ୍ତି ପ୍ରୟୋଗ କରିବା ଫଳରେ से मां को देखिबा समय केवल सुधा भक्ति ପାଇଁ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥୀ ହୋଇଥିଲେ। ଏହିପରି 3 ଥର ଚେଷ୍टा କରି ମଧ୍ୟ ସେ ବିଷୟ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ଜଣାଇବାରେ ବିଫଳ ହୋଇଥିଲେ। ଉନ୍ନତ ସ୍ତରର ମହାପୁରୁଷ ମାନେ ମୌଖିକ କିଛି ପ୍ରକାଶ ନ କଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଶକ୍ତି ପ୍ରୟୋଗ କରି ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତ ମାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ଶକ୍ତି ସଞ୍ଚାରିତ କରିଦେଇଥାନ୍ତି। ସେ ଠାକୁର ମଧ୍ୟ କହିଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ କାହାରିକୁ ଡାକି ଆଣି ନଥିଲି କିମ୍ବା ମୋ ବିଭୂତି ଦେଖି ଏହି ମନ୍ତ୍ରମୁଗ୍ଧ ହୋଇ ମୋର ଶରଣାପନ୍ନ ହୋଇନଥିଲେ। ମୁଁ ଗୋଟିଏ ସ୍ଥାନରେ ବସି କେବଳ ବିଶୁଦ୍ଧ ସଂକଳ୍ପ ହିଁ କରିଥିଲି। ସେହି ସଂକଳ୍ପର ଅଦୃଶ୍ୟ ଆକର୍ଷଣ ବଳରେ ତୁମମାନଙ୍କର ମିଳନ। ନିଗମ ଉପଦେଶ ପୃଷ୍ଠ 56। ଏହା ହିଁ ଶଙ୍କରାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କ ଉଲ୍ଲିଖିତ ଗୁରୋସ୍ତୁ ମୌନ ବ୍ୟାଖ୍ୟାନଂ ଶିଷ୍ୟସ୍ତୁ ଛିନ୍ନ ସଂଶୟ। ସେ ଠାକୁର ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତ ମାନଙ୍କୁ ଶିକ୍ଷାଦାନ ପରେ ନୀଳାଚଳ ଧାମରେ 12 ବର୍ଷ ଧରି ନିର୍ଭୀତରେ ଅବସ୍ଥାନ କାଳରେ ଅବିଶ୍ରାନ୍ତ ଭାବରେ ବିଶ୍ରାମ ଗ୍ରହଣ ମଧ୍ୟରେ ସୁଦ୍ଧା ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କ ମଙ୍ଗଳ ଚିନ୍ତା କରୁଥିଲେ। ସେ ସମୟରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଦୈନନ୍ଦିନ ଜୀବନ ତଥା ବିଭିନ୍ନ ସ୍ଥାନ ଭ୍ରମଣ ତଥା ବହୁ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତ ମାନଙ୍କ ସଂକ୍ରାନ୍ତୀୟ ରସାଳ ବିବରଣୀ ଏହି ପୁସ୍ତକଟିରେ ତାଙ୍କର ମାନସୀ କନ୍ୟା ସ୍ୱର୍ଗୀୟ ନାରାୟଣ ଦେବୀ ଲୀଳାଙ୍କ ନିପୁଣ ଲେଖନୀ ମନରୁ ଫୁଟି ଉଠିଛି। ବିଶ୍ୱହିତ ବିଗଳିତ ଚିତ ସେହି ଦେବମାନବଙ୍କର ଅନ୍ତ୍ୟ ଲୀଳାର ଏହି ଐତିହାସିକ ବିବରଣୀ ଜାଣିବା ପାଇଁ ଉତ୍କଳୀୟ ଭକ୍ତ ଓ ପାଠକ ମାନଙ୍କ ମନରେ ବିଶେଷ ଆଗ୍ରହ ଜାତ ହୋଇଥିଲା। ଆସାମ ବଙ୍ଗିଆ ସାରସ୍ୱତ ମଠ ପକ୍ଷରୁ ଏହି ଅନବଦ୍ୟ ଲୀଳା କାହାଣୀର ଉତ୍କଳ ଅନୁବାଦ ପ୍ରକାଶନ ପାଇଁ ସଦୟ ଅନୁମତି ଦିଆଯାଇଥିବାରୁ ଓ ଯଥେଷ୍ଟ ପରିଶ୍ରମ ସ୍ୱୀକାର ପୂର୍ବକ ଏହି ପାଣ୍ଡୁଲିପିର ସଂଶୋଧନ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରିଦେଇଥିବାରୁ ସେମାନଙ୍କ ନିକଟରେ ସଂଘ କୃତଜ୍ଞତା ପାଶରେ ଆବଦ୍ଧ। ମୂଳ ବଙ୍ଗୀୟ ପୁସ୍ତକରେ ଭୂମିକା ପୂର୍ବରୁ ଥିବା ଭିତରତଳ ପ୍ରଚ୍ଛଦ ପଟରେ ଦିଆଯାଇଥିବା ପ୍ରସିଦ୍ଧ ଜଗନ୍ନାଥ ଷ୍ଟକର 2ଟି ଶ୍ଲୋକର ନିମ୍ନରେ ମହାପ୍ରଭୁ ଶ୍ରୀକୃଷ୍ଣ ଚୈତନ୍ୟଙ୍କ ନାମ ବୋଧହୁଏ ଏହାର ପ୍ରଧାନ ପ୍ରଚାରକ ଭାବରେ ଉଲ୍ଲେଖିତ ହୋଇଥିଲା। କିନ୍ତୁ ସାରସ୍ୱତ ମଠର କର୍ତ୍ତୃପକ୍ଷ ଏହି ସ୍ତୋତ୍ରମାଳାଟି ଶଙ୍କରାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ଗ୍ରନ୍ଥାବଳୀରେ ସ୍ଥାନ ପାଇଥିବାର ଦେଖି ତାର ଲେଖକ ଭାବେ ଶଙ୍କରାଚାର୍ଯ୍ୟଙ୍କ ନାମ ଉଲ୍ଲେଖ କରିବାକୁ ପରାମର୍ଶ ଦେଇଥିବାରୁ ତଦନୁଯାୟୀ ସଂଶୋଧନ କରାଯାଇଛି। ଲେଖିକା ଇତିହାସର ଛାତ୍ରୀ ହିସାବରେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଜୀବନରେ ମୂଳ ଘଟଣା ଗୁଡିକୁ ଲିପିବଦ୍ଧ କରି ରଖିବାର ଉଦ୍ଦେଶ୍ୟ ନେଇ ଏହି ପୁସ୍ତକଟି ରଚନା କରିଛନ୍ତି। ଏଣୁ ଏଥିରେ ସେହି ଦେବ ମାନବଙ୍କର କେବଳ ସ୍ଥୂଳ ମାନବିକ ଦିଗଟି ବିଶେଷ ଭାବରେ ପ୍ରକାଶିତ ହୋଇଛି। ତା ପଛରେ ଥିବା ତାଙ୍କର ଆଧ୍ୟାତ୍ମିକ ସ୍ୱରୂପଟି କେତେକ କ୍ଷେତ୍ରରେ ପ୍ରଚ୍ଛନ୍ନ ରହିଯାଇଛି। ଲେଖିକା ନିଜେ 105ରେ ଲେଖିଛନ୍ତି, ମନୁଷ୍ୟ ହିସାବରେ ବିଚାର କଲେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ଅନେକ ଦୋଷ, ଅନେକ ଅଶୋଭନୀୟ ଆଚରଣ ଅବଶ୍ୟ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିରେ ପଡେ, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ତ ସବୁ ସମୟରେ ସାଧାରଣ ମନୁଷ୍ୟ ନଥାନ୍ତି। ସ୍ୱରୂପରେ ସେ ଗୁରୁ। ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେହି ଭାବରେ ଚିତ୍ତ ଆବିଷ୍ଟ ହୁଏ ସେତେବେଳେ ସେ ମାନବ ବୁଦ୍ଧିର ଇଲାକା ଛାଡି ଯାଆନ୍ତି। ଆମ୍ଭମାନଙ୍କୁ ଶାସନ ଓ ଉପଦେଶ ଦେବା ସମୟରେ ଏହିଭଳି ଅମାନବ ଭୂମିରେ ହିଁ ସେ ଆରୂଢ ହୋଇଥାନ୍ତି। ଏଥିରୁ ବୁଝିବାକୁ ହେବ ଯେ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ନିର୍ବିକଳ୍ପ ଭୂମିରୁ ପ୍ରତ୍ୟାବୃତ ହୋଇ ଅନ୍ତର ଭିତରେ ଜଗତଗୁରୁ ଭାବରେ ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠିତ ଥିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ବାହିକ ଭାବରେ ସ୍ଥୂଳ ଦେହ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରିଥିବାରୁ ତାଙ୍କଠାରେ ସ୍ଥୂଳ ଦୈହିକ ଧର୍ମ ଏକ ପରିମାଣରେ ପ୍ରକାଶିତ ହେଉଥିଲା। ସେଥିଲାଗି ଶରୀରର ଧର୍ମ ଅନୁସାରେ ଭୋଗ ଶିଷ୍ୟ ଅଶ୍ୱିନୀ ବାବୁଙ୍କ ବିୟୋଗରେ ତୀବ୍ର ଶୋକ ପ୍ରକାଶ ଇତ୍ୟାଦି ତାଙ୍କଠାରେ ଦେଖାଯାଇଛି। ଭକ୍ତମାନେ ଏସବୁ ମାନବିକ ଭାବକୁ ମଧ୍ୟ ତାଙ୍କ ଦ୍ୱାରା ସେଥିରେ ଗୃହୀତ ମାନବିକ ଭାବରେ ଅଭିନୟ ରୂପରେ ଗ୍ରହଣ କରି ଅବିକୃତ ରଖିବାକୁ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବେ। ଯେପରି ଭଗବାନ ରାମଚନ୍ଦ୍ର ଦେବୀ ସୀତାଙ୍କ ବିରହରେ ବିଳାପ କରିବା, ଇନ୍ଦ୍ରଜିତ ଦ୍ୱାରା ନାଗଫାସରେ ଆବଦ୍ଧ ହେବା ଇତ୍ୟାଦି ମାନବିକ ଦୁର୍ବଳତା ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନ କରିଥିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଋଷିମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ଅନ୍ତର୍ନିହିତ ଭଗବତ ସତ୍ତାକୁ ଉପଲବ୍ଧି କରି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଭଗବାନ ବୋଲି ଘୋଷଣା କରିଥିଲେ। କୃଷ୍ଣ ଲୀଳାରେ ମଧ୍ୟ ସେହିପରି माँ जशोदा द्वारा कुफल बंधन राधाकुंड में प्राणत्याग करने उद्यत होगा इत्यादि बहु मानविक आचरण को भक्त माने सही लीला अभिनय बोली धारणा कर महिमा भक्त मान दृष्टि जो क्षुण्ण हुए ना विशेषकर विभिन्न प्रतिकूल परिस्थिति मध्य अनुवाद हो पुस्तकटी मुद्रित होइथिबारु मुद्रणगत त्रुटि रही स्वाभाविक से मोराल धर्मी पाठक मान निकट में क्षमाभिक्षा करी श्री ठाकुर अपूर्व लीला कहानी रस आस्वादन करने को विनीत निवेदन करुअछि। पुस्तक प्रकाशन संघर जो कर्मी भक्त मैंने अक्लांत परिश्रम कर लोकलोचन को आनी पारिछंती और सुरेखा प्रेस कर्मीवृंद जपरी सहयोग कर सर्वांगीन मंगल श्री श्री ठाकुर श्री चरण में प्रार्थना करुअछि। श्री श्री ठाकुर चरण स्थित श्री चैतन्य चरण दास लीलाचल सारस्वत संघ संपादन मंडल पक्ष पूर्णिमा 12/1992।
जय भाई सी रखी दिंतु समय हम दे दियो। जय गुरु।
जय गुरु भाई। जय गुरु। I'm going to transcribe what I just read, Amitabh I just read, for the benefits of our own audio. So I believe that this book is going to be translated sometime in English. Until then, I'll just give you a short transcript. So, Jai Guru, this is basically few words from the translator. So this book was originally written in Bengali language, and this was related to Oriya. So here in that backdrop, our beloved Chaitanya Das Bhai, he was our then president and Porichalaka Saraswata Sangha, and did this translation with the help of something else. So there are, I'll be taking long slides here. So this book was translated for the benefits of the then Oriya Bhaktas. So basically, this book was written in the year of like Bengali year 1381, so that would translate to 1975 or so, I believe. So then, after from Bengali, then it was got translated to Oriya language in 1399. That is 1992. Dr. Sandman, 31st of Sandman, that was cut off. So for that, Chaitanya Das Bhai has thanked Thakura that the Oriya Bhakta community would remain grateful for that, for letting NFS to print it in Oriya. So after this, since it was being targeted to Oriya readers, and Chaitanya Das Bhai here little bit describe what Guru is. Then basically, then it started from Thakur. Then it says that after Thakur accepted Guru Bhava, he worked towards upliftment of lot of bhaktas from the eastern part of India. So Thakur's main karma was eastern part of India. Then after that, he basically moved to Orissa. And that movement energized and revitalized then and Cancer. We have to think in the then timing of India, that is pre-independence days. So basically, we have to look this book from that point of view. Even though Thakur has descended from the inspiration from Jagat Guru, he was equally compassionate towards his bhakta. So with that solicitude, he assured his reliant followers that he would be there until all of them got liberated from the bondage of never-ending life and death. So this is where he's saying that this is the ultimate manifestation of Guru Bhava. And he has put that in contrast with avatars. So avatars basically, when they descend, they work towards a particular dharma, that's a religion, like not this direct translation, but Guru Bhava is not restricted to that. Guru Bhava continues even after his physical body, even after he leaves his physical body. His teachings keeps guiding the followers forever. So basically, Chaitanya Das Bhai here is addressing the Oriya readers that would be picking up the book and reading the past page, what's there. I think that he's basically trying to say, hey, how can we get more Oriya readers take on the Thakur's Bhavadara. So then he's describing the special the unique thinking for Chakras put in the spiritual realm. So like here it is describing Shankara, any common individual from any lower strata can work towards spiritual upliftment and reach the ultimate stage of liberation. That was his observation and expressed. I think Chakra is basically saying that hey, it doesn't matter from where you begin. You can always work towards the ultimate liberation. So he retired into solitude at Jagannath Dham, Puri, after spending his earlier days in Bengal, Bihar, and Assam. So we all basically know, but here Chaitanya is saying to the Oriya community that how where this book is coming from. So this book is basically is going to capture all the details of Thankura in his late stages of his like his life. So basically that is from the Puri Dham. So but even though he was there at Puri, he has written few specific events that how he saved Salabalam and then Ashwini Bhai after his demise. So all those details he has given in this book. And then he's talking about how Guru observes the doctors from the far off place. That means like so those basically saying those whose inner selves remain clean and devout to the guiding principles of Guru, they only do qualify as true doctors. So just taking Diksha is not enough. You have to work towards the what is Guru's expectations from us. So gurus and other enlightened personalities, even without expressing anything orally, just by using his willpower, could unleash the power of spirituality in their followers. Basically, he's covering a lot of specific events here, and then it's basically giving that hey, he's saying that hey, at that time actually you can see that there are a lot of other similar institutions where the guru is physically present, but in NFS our guru is not in physical form. So that's basically addressing that hey, guru without using how guru can unleash is just by using his willpower to unleash that his power in all of us. Basically, that's what he's saying that without even expressing anything orally, basically willpower is always there. So then he's saying that Thankura has stayed in Puri for 12 years. That's actually a brief is there in the book, because this book has already a preface and already got another words from the Srovalama. So that's why Chaitanya here hasn't covered much about what is written in this book, because that is coming in the next preface. So he is basically setting the backdrop here, how it's happened. So Thankura stayed in Puri for 12 years, and during that stay, he worked towards the upliftment of his Oya workers. And Naranima has collected all those minute details in those time he spent with Shankara and put them together in this book. This book is a historical artifact recollected from the memory of different doctors. Also, he, like Chaitanya, also expressed gratitude to Assam Gandhi Saraswata to review and make corrections to this translated Korean also. So, and then very little actually in the last Chaitanya said about the author Naranima. The author and the scholar of history of both Narayana Devi try to capture the real events of Sri Thankura in this book, hence only the human aspects of Thankura are captured only on a slight backdrop of spirituality here. So basically this is not a typical spiritual book. Basically not a biography book either, not a spiritual book. Basically it's capturing more like a diary, but written I think another person's words. So she has described how Thakur swings between being a common man to guru of a higher realm. So then basically how it's easy to make a judgmental error if you start looking at Thakur's actions in one of it. Like it has to be looked at in its entirety. Then he said that if he, even if he when he has when he was art like a normal person, his physical body qualities also used to reflect him being a Paramahansa who returned from meditation. Basically, that means like he's saying that even though he is sometimes behaving like a common person, but there are always some subtle things to be observed any point of time. So at the end, Chaitanya Bhai thanked all the participants who have made this so possible. I know this is a very small transcription, and I'm not probably making the justice, but with the time constraint we have, I beg forgiveness. Thank you.
জয় গুরু। আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর, আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর, আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর, তুমরি হাতর গঢ়া কণ্ঠে তুমরি হাতর গঢ়া কণ্ঠে খেলনা তুমরি খেলৰ খেলনা তুমরি খেলৰ, আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর, আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর। এই জীবন বন্ধা তোমারি সাথী রে, এই চর এই পরাণ ছন্দা তোমারি প্রীতি রে, এই জীবন বন্ধা তোমারি সাথী রে, এই পরাণ ছন্দা তোমারি প্রীতি রে, তুমকু নেই মো ধরম করম, তুমকু নেই মো ধরম করম, তুমি সারবস্ব মোহর, তুমি সারবস্ব মোহর, আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর, আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর। তুমি প্রাণ বন্ধু কেতে জনমর, তুমি দয়া সিন্ধু মো দুঃখ সুখর, তুমি প্রাণ বন্ধু কেতে জনমর, তুমি দয়া সিন্ধু মো দুঃখ সুখর, জীবনে মরণে হাত ধরা সাথী, জীবনে মরণে হাত ধরা সাথী, দরা দিয়া মনোহর, দরা দিয়া মনোহর, আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর, আজি বারুছি মোর অন্তর। পাশে পাশে মোতে নিউ ছটাড়ি, অযোগা হেলে বি পারুছি জানি, পাশে পাশে মোতে নিউ ছটাড়ি, অযোগা হেলে বি পারুছি জানি, তুম সে নেহর অনুরাগ করা, তুম সে নেহর অনুরাগ কণা আবেগ ভরে মন্তর আবেগ ভরে অন্তর আজি বাড়ুছি মোর এ অন্তর আজি বাড়ুছি মোর এ অন্তর জনম জনম আসিছি গোড়াই আসুছি বিনাথ নদেব আড়ে জনম জনম আসিছি গোড়াই আসুছি বিনাথ নদেব আড়ে আসুছি বিনাথ নদেব আড়ে চাহি না মুকতি চাহি তুম প্রীতি চাহি না মুকতি চাহি তুম প্রীতি তব করি চিরাচি কর রাখ করি চিরাচি কর আজি বাড়ুছি মোর এ অন্তর আজি বাড়ুছি মোর এ অন্তর তুমরি হাতর গঢ়া কণ্ঠে মো তুমরি হাতর গঢ়া কণ্ঠে মো খেলনা তুমরি খেলর খেলনা তুমরি খেলর আজি বাড়ুছি মোর এ অন্তর আজি বাড়ুছি মোর এ অন্তর আজি বাড়ুছি মোর এ অন্তর।
Jai Guru from Saraswata. Chapter 33, Duty of Reinitiation for Householders. The sages who are well versed in the Veda have said that the penance exists as a cause at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of this mortal world. Penance is the source of all happiness for both humans and demigods. Through penance, one achieves purity, and through purity, one can achieve a calm mind, and through calm mind, one can achieve the knowledge of self. At that time, one escapes the cycle of birth and death. From the Brahman to the smallest atom, everyone's desires are achieved through penance. Penance are the three types: physical, verbal, and mental. Worshipping God, precipitous, the elders, following the forgiveness, practicing the celibacy, and forsaking the violence, for all form etc. are called the physical penance. Not uttering a harsh word, telling the truth, using the pleasant and beneficial language, and reading the scriptures etc. are regarded as verbal penance. The action that leads to contentment of mind, bring about the calmness, make one recent result and purification of mind through holy practice are observancy and termed as mental penance. The method of physical, verbal, and mental have been established in scriptures in such a way that even if one's mind remains distracted through the various work in this world, one can achieve true penance by just following these rules. Starting from dawn till the night, the core of our daily chorus are integrated with the penance in such a way that one gets fruits of these penance like self-control, purification of mind, dispatch to the pleasure, of this world and discriminatory intellect without encountering any hardship or obstacles. However, those who do not follow the prescription of scriptures and become the self-willed can never achieve the purification in anything. Hence, living a householder life, practicing customary Hindu laws according to the scriptures and staying busy with penitential deeds sequentially and turn back the desire to indulge in this materialistic pleasure through penance. Once desire to indulge in the materialistic pleasure are vanished, one can acquire ultimate focus of the mind, ekagrata, when he surrendered to the God and remain engrossed in the meditation of his perennial deity, the Ishtadevata or God. The play of mind, chitta, can be absorbed into anything when it is accustomed to holding the steady on the desired image. At that time, all thoughts of discrimination will vanish from your mind and replaced by oneness and self-knowledge, Atmajnana. Thus, putting a stop to all other unnecessary external activities as purification of mind, Chitta Shuddhi is the culmination of the practice of the Prabhuti. Achieving the true knowledge, Tattva-jnana, is the result of practicing Vibhuti. Therefore, penance is the only spiritual practice of Vibhuti. Practicing threefold penance, physical, verbal, and mental, eliminate the desire to indulge in materialistic pleasure, resulting in pure vipassa, sattvic vairagya. At that time, knowledge of Brahma is revealed automatically. Moreover, the attachment of devotion to any matter pertaining to the God inevitably brings forth dispassion and knowledge. In other words, parents' self-study of scriptures and surrounding to the God are necessary work for a person discourse of attaining the liberation. Once one acquires dispassion and true knowledge, they have to renounce his worldly life to become sannyasi. Desire are the sole reason for all unhappiness, and it is generated from unhappiness. Hence, true happiness or bliss cannot be achieved without giving up materialistic desire. Subtitle desire is more painful than physical desire. I will do yoga, I will be a hermit, and also subtitle desire. So, spiritual practitioner, sadhaka, should give up all these desires, follow the path of truth. When the probably indulgence of worldly desire becomes potential in someone, his body and mind also shape up accordingly. When someone gets angry and the anger is reflected in his physical appearance, indulgence fills the body and the mind in desire. In a blissful state, the body and the mind are filled with bliss. That state of bliss is true identity of oneself. Hence, one does not want to give that up easily. Tattva-jnane samantapanne vairagyam jayate sada tada sarvam parityade sanyasa asraya srayata. क्वेश्चन आंसर टाइम संघ सेवक आज विशेष किसी तो डिस्कसन नहीं से मूलतः चित्त सॉरी साधु संघ कहते साधु संघर फल विषय वर्णना कर मूल कथा ठाकुर प्रेमिक लिखिं भक्ति लाभ उपाय कारण प्रेमिक कोट कर कहूँ भक्ति लाभ उपाय ठाकुर तीन कथा कहते गोटे सॉरी चित्तशुद्धि द्वितीय है साधु संघ तृतीय है नाम संकीर्तन से साधु संघ ठाकुर डिस्क्राइब कर प्रेमिक गुरु से किसी कोट कर ठाकुर कहले साधु संघ कले भक्ति लाभ हुए सब तो आम तो किए साधु किए असाधु जाना मुस्किल आजिकल तेणु क्लारिफाई कर सदग्रंथ पाठ साधु संघर अंतर्गत जोटा कि आम बेसी उपकारी कौन इजिली बाहर अमेरिका रही साधु दर्शन करा माने वन्स इन अ व्हाइल हम कि नहीं सन्देह कि एटलिस्ट आम तो घर रही सदग्रंथ पाठ कर ठाकुर ठाकुर एत बही लिखिं से पढ़ी पार कि संघ प्रकाशित बही पढ़ी पार सेगुड़ाक साधु संघर अंतर्गत तेणु आमर फोकसटा तो कमी लगे पार से चिंता करवा कौन कले आम स्वाध्याय प्रतिदिन किसी ना कि स्वाध्याय करवा अपर टे 15 मिनट हो समय बाहर करके स्वाध्याय करवा से साधु संघ आम ये रखुची समय बेस ना जब किसी क्वेश्चन अच्छी पचार जय गुरु क्वेश्चन ना साधु संघ आगे डिस्कसन कोई दो समय मेकअप करने ठाकुर कहले आम नारद भक्ति सूत्र महत कृपैव भगवत कृपा साधवा महत साधु मान कृपा महत कृपैव महत लोक कृपा साधु लोक कृपा किंबा भगवत कृपा लेसा दबा भगवान कृपा अल्प भक्ति हो भक्ति लाभ महत लोक कृपा हो किंबा भगवान कृपा टिके मात्र कणा मात्र भक्ति हो तो से कोट कर साधु दर्शन मात्रेण तीर्थ कोटि फल लभे कहते जे गीतार श्लोक पाठ करा पड़ो कि भगवान को नाम नवा पड़ो तेज पाप विनष्ट हो किंतु साधु मान दर्शन मात्र कोटि कोटि तीर्थर फल लाभ हो सर्व पाप दूर हम आउ जो आमको टे कौन माने कष्ट प्रयोग कर दैट इज जे साधु संघर जमती फल माने साधु संघ कले जमी कौन माने आमर भल फल मिलूची असाधु संघ कले सेमती खराब फल माने इक्वाली डेंजरस सेटा आम सब माने केयरफुल रहा पड़ो जी भूल रे असाधु मान सहित मिसवा नहीं असाधु मान कौन जहाँ सांगे मिसिले भक्ति चिरहित हो मन रखा पड़ो कारण साधु संघ जमी सुफल असाधु संघर सेमती कुफल जो मैंने अत्याधिक विषयासक्त कि अत्याधिक माने भक्तिर विपरीत मार्ग में जाऊँगी मिछु कथा कहते माने टाइप लोक सांगे दूरे रहा निहाती आवश्यक गोटे कथा आप नोटिस करेंगे बाहर मन जिते चंचल है कहीं ठाकुर रूम पशि आसले मनटा टी डिफरेंट हो जाए कहीं ठाकुर प्रेजेंस यदि सामान्य साधु संघरे एमती हो ठाकुर पाखे जीवन मुक्त महापुरुष जी आम गुरु इह पर काल देवता भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदाता प्रेजेंस कौन हम मोर कहवा कथा जे ठाकुर को सब मन रखा ठाकुर पाखे जी बसार सुजोग मिलूँ बसवा ठाकुर बसिले मनटा केमती पाखे रजता मैंने विषय आड़ को नजीब से चिंता करवा तो आज संघ से पढ़ाला जे केमती रहमत निया
ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଦର୍ଶନ ପାଇକିରି କେମିତି ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେଇଗଲା, ତାଙ୍କର ଚୋର ପ୍ରବୃତ୍ତି ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେଇଗଲା। ଏମିତି ମାନେ ଗୁଡାଏ ଭୁରି ଭୁରି ପ୍ରମାଣ ଅଛି ଯେ ଆମର କାଳିତାରା ଦେବୀ, କାଳିତାରା ମା ଯିଏକି ଆମର ସମ୍ମିଳନୀ ମହିଳା ସଭା ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିଥିଲେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ କହିକିରି, ମହିଳା ସଭା ନଥିଲା, ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ କହିଲେ ଯେ ମହିଳା ସଭା ମା ମାନଙ୍କୁ କିଛି କରନ୍ତୁ। ତାଙ୍କର ମଧ୍ୟ କେମିତି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ବିଦ୍ୱେଷ ଭାବ ଥିଲା, କାରଣ ଠାକୁର ସେତେବେଳେ ସିଲ୍କି ପଞ୍ଜାବୀ ପିନ୍ଧୁଥିଲେ, କୁଞ୍ଚ କରା ଧୋତି ପିନ୍ଧୁଥିଲେ, କାରଣ ଜମିଦାର ମାନଙ୍କର ସେମାନେ ଏମିତି କୁଞ୍ଚ କରିକି ଯାତ୍ରା ମାନେ ଧୋତି, ସେଠି ଆମର ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଧୋତିଟା କୁଞ୍ଚ କରି ଦିଆଯାଏ, କୁଞ୍ଚ ଧୋତି ପିନ୍ଧୁଥିଲେ, ହାତୀରେ ବସିକି ଯାଉଥିଲେ, କୋଉଠି ଯୋଉ ଯାଇଥିଲେ ସମ୍ମିଳନୀ ଯାଇଥିଲେ ନଈ ପାର ପରେ ହାତୀରେ ବସିକି ଗଲେ। ସେ ଦେଖି ତାଙ୍କ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପ୍ରତି ବିଦେଶ ହବା ଯାଇଥିଲା। ତାଙ୍କ ପିଉଷ ତାଙ୍କୁ କହିଲେ ତୁ ଯାଇକି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରଣାମ କରିଛୁ ନା ନାଇଁ, ପ୍ରଣାମ ଯେ ନ କରିବୁ ଆଜିଠୁ ତୋ ମୁହଁ ମୁଁ ଦେଖିବିନି, ଆମ ଘରକୁ ଆସିବିନି, ତୋ ମୁହଁ ଦେଖିବିନି। ସେ ଗଲେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରଣାମ କରିବା ପାଇଁ। ପ୍ରଣାମ କରିବେ କଣ, ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖି ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି, କାନ୍ଦୁଛନ୍ତି ବୋଉ ହେଇଛି, ଆଖିରୁ ଲୁହ ଧାର ବୋହି ଯାଉଛି। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ କହିଲେ ଠାକୁର ମତେ କ୍ଷମା କରିଦିଅ। ଠାକୁର କହିଲେ ଠାକୁର ସେଗୁଡା କିଛି କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ ପୁରା କଣ ହାତୀରେ ବସି ବୁଲି ଅମୁକ ତମୁକ କରେ, ସେମିତି ସେ କାନ୍ଦି କାନ୍ଦି କହିଲେ ମତେ ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ସେ କହିଲେ ହଉ ଯା, ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟାବେଳେ ବସି ଦୀକ୍ଷା ଦେବି। ଏମିତି ସମୟ ହେଇଗଲା, ଏଇଠି ରଖିବା। ମୁଁ କହିବା କଥା ଯେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଦର୍ଶନରେ କେତେ ଫଳ, ତେଣୁ ଆମକୁ ସାଧୁ ଖୋଜିବାକୁ ପଡିବ ନାହିଁ। ଆମ ଘରେ ସାଧୁ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ସାଧୁ କଣ ମାନେ ଜୀବନମୁକ୍ତ ମହାପୁରୁଷ ବିଦ୍ୟମାନ। ରଖିବା ଏଠି ଜୟ ହିନ୍ଦ। And Nick, if you are there, please start the Prarthana Sangita.
Chandra. Pase achi re mupuro karidoro muda lakine lichaha due thara. Pase achi re mupuro karidoro muda आँखी मेली चाहा तुए थारा। सुख संवादरे दुख विपदरे, सुख संवादरे दुख विपदरे, हसे कांदे राची नीति घेरा घरा, हसे कांदे राची नीति घेरा घरा। पासे आछि रे मुतुरो कारिडोरो मुदा आँखी मेरी चाहा तुए थारा। देरी देनी गाना सुना मोबचना, देरी देनी गाना सुना मोबचना। दूरे मुंशी जीव माया अंधकार, दूरे मुंशी जीव माया अंधकार। पासे आछि रे मुतुरो कारिडोरो मुदा आँखी मेली चाहा तुए थारा। दूरे नो संतान तो मुहे आना, दूरे नो संतान तो मुहे आना।
Nakha Viswanamunevi Garikola Nakha Viswanamunevi Garikola Ate Achine Mutoro Caredoro Muda Akimelicha Duetara.
Jai Guru, yes, friends, this is Bhakti. I'll be conducting a YA session today. We'll get started with the tenets first and then the song meeting. But please get out the reading for today so that in a bit we'll be able to follow along. First is Aditi. Aditya.
मैं जरूर आगे से जॉइन कर दिया
Okay. Aishi. Anik.
जय गुरु
Jai Guru. Ansh.
जय गुरु
Jai Guru. Anshu. Jeet.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Arun. Arun.
जय गुरु मैं जॉइन करना
Jai Guru bhai. Aryan.
जय गुरु आर्यन भाई ज्वाइन करेंगे
Okay. Ashita.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jamu.
जय गुरु
Divyam. Oh, Jai Guru Jamu. Divyam.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Timmy. Shiva. Douglas.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Naitik.
जय गुरु महाराज
Jai Guru. Pratisha. Pratish.
Jai Guru.
Pratisha. Jai Guru Pratisha. Pratish.
जय गुरु माँ
Jai Guru. Sanvi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Saraswat.
जय गुरु माँ
Jai Guru. Sarsak. Bobby.
जय गुरु
Jai Guru. Sophie.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Shreya.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jimmy.
जय गुरु
Jai Guru. Shimon.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Shrija.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Suhani.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Yukta.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. I think now we're done with attendance. Is there anyone I missed? If not, Anik, you can go ahead and share the meaning of the song you just sang.
Jai Guru. This song has a very important meaning. It says that Thakur will always be there for us, so we should not be afraid of anything or anybody. At the time of great happiness, joys, or sorrow, he is there to guide us. He will definitely come for us, but we need to have faith in him. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. That was really, really well worded, Anik. This is a really meaningful song. The Thakur is always there for us, and we have to have a faith and belief in him. And today we'll be reading a story that basically has just these themes. And thanks for sharing the meaning of this song, Anik.
And so just last week, we celebrated a festival that holds immense significance in our Hindu culture, which is Janmashtami. And this is an auspicious occasion that marks the birth of Lord Krishna in Mathura. This year, Janmashtami was on September 6th, which was last Wednesday. And the meaning of the name Janmashtami can be broken down into two parts. Janma means birth, and Ashtami means the 8th day. And so putting this together, this is because Lord Krishna was born in the 8th day of the month Bhadrapada. So that's usually in August and September. So today we'll be reading the miraculous story of Krishna's birth and discussing the significance of this festival. Over the past few months and years, we've been reading the Bhagavad Gita, which, as you all know, is a dialogue of spirituality between Krishna and Arjuna. And we've been reading chapter 4 right now, and one of the relevant verses I want to highlight from that for today is verse 7 and 8 from chapter 4. This Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata Abhitanam Adharmasya Tadatmanam Sujamiham Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Chidishkritam Dharma Samsthapanarthaya Samabhami Yuge Yuge. And so the meaning of this in English is, whenever there is a decline in righteousness and an increase in unrighteousness, O Arjuna, at that time I manifest myself on earth. Protect the righteous, to annihilate the wicked, and to reestablish the principles of dharma. I appear on this earth age after age. So keeping this in mind, now Prati shall be reading the story of how Lord Krishna was born and how he manifested himself on earth. And I've shared the story via email, and you can follow along as Prati reads. Prati, when you're ready, you can get started.
Jagan, the divine birth of Lord Krishna. Long, long ago, Mother Earth was burdened by the sins of tyrannical kings and demons and turned to Lord Brahma, the creator in Hindu cosmology, for help. In response, Lord Brahma prayed to Lord Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, seeking divine intervention. Lord Krishna promised to incarnate in human form and vanquish the evildoers plaguing earth. In the kingdom of Mathura, ruled by the benevolent King Ugrasena, all was not well. Ugrasena had two children, Kamsa, a ruthless tyrant, and Devaki, a woman of pure heart. Kamsa overthrew his father, casting him into dungeons, and brought the kingdom under his oppressive rule. To extend his dominion, Kamsa arranged for Devaki to marry Vasudeva, prince of Yadava clan. After the wedding, Kamsa drove the newlyweds to the palace in the royal chariot. But on the way, they heard a divine voice saying, "Kamsa, with the marriage of your sister to a Yadava prince, your days on earth are numbered. The 8th son of Devaki and Vasudeva shall end your tyrannical rule in Mathura and kill you." Kamsa was deeply shaken by this prophecy. In a fit of rage, he drew out his sword and moved towards Devaki, intending to kill her. He thought that with Devaki dead, a son could never be born to her. Seeing this, Vasudeva fell to his knees and begged for mercy. Vasudeva promised that he would hand over each child born to Devaki. Kamsa's rage began to wane away, but to ensure that Vasudeva kept his word, he imprisoned both Vasudeva and Devaki in the dungeons and ordered his men to keep a strict watch on them. Every time Devaki gave birth to a child, Kamsa's men would inform him. He would then visit the dungeons and kill the child by smashing their heads against the prison walls. Years passed and Kamsa had already killed 6 children born to Devaki and Vasudeva. The 7th child, Balram, was miraculously transferred to Rohini, Vasudeva's other wife, and thus spared. Devaki was expecting her 8th child and became extremely beautiful. Kamsa felt uneasy as he feared the prophecy might come true. It was a dark and stormy night. Heavy rain clouds gathered, and lightning lit up the sky. The entire atmosphere was charged with a divine energy. At midnight, Devaki gave birth to her 8th son, the 8th incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Krishna, in a prison cell. He initially appeared in a on the form, adorned with jewels and a crown, holding a conch, a chakra, a mace, and a lotus. Recognizing his divinity, Vasudeva and Devaki were filled with awe and reverence. The chains that bound Vasudeva miraculously fell off. The doors of the prison opened on their own, and all the guards fell asleep as if under a magic spell. Then they heard a divine voice. Take him to your friends Nanda and Yashoda in Gokul. He will be safe there. Yashoda has also given birth to a daughter tonight. Leave your son in their house and bring their daughter back to this prison. They will take care of your child as your own son. Vasudeva took the infant Krishna in a basket and headed towards Gokul. As he approached the Yamuna river, which was overflowing due to rains, the water miraculously parted, allowing him to pass. The great serpent, Seshnaga, upon whom Lord Vishnu rests, appeared in the hooded form to protect the child from the rain. Vasudeva reached the house of Nanda and Yashoda in Gokul, exchanged the babies as instructed, and returned to the prison with the baby girl. As soon as he placed the divine baby girl beside Devaki in the prison cell, the infant gave a loud cry. Devaki began to cry, thinking about what her brother would do to the baby. The prison guards awoke and immediately informed Kamsa that the newborn was a girl and not a boy as prophesied. Kamsa hurried to the dungeons. He did not want to take any chances. The prophecy had clearly mentioned that the eighth born child of Devaki would be reason for his death. He would eliminate the baby, whether a girl or a boy. Kamsa snatched the baby from Devaki's hand and threw her against the wall. But the baby did not strike the wall. Instead, she remained suspended in the air, then suddenly took form of Goddess Durga. Goddess Durga warned, Evil Kamsa, your slayer has already taken birth. He is alive and safe. One day he will come back and punish you for your sins. This day forth you will find no peace. You will keep thinking about your inevitable end. I can end your life this very moment, but you must wait till the right time. Saying this, Goddess Durga disappeared. Kamsa was dumbstruck. He thought to himself, maybe my slayer got scared and decided not to take birth in my prison. The prophecy did not come true entirely. Meanwhile, Gokul rejoiced at the birth of the baby Krishna and celebrated. Stories of Lord Krishna's childhood are filled with tales of mischiefs, divine miracles, and the defeat of various demons sent by Kamsa to kill him. Lord Krishna eventually returned to Mathura, where he overthrew Kamsa and fulfilled the prophecy. He finally freed his biological parents and the people of Mathura from Kamsa's tyranny.
Very good. Thank you both for reading the story. Basically this covers the story of how Lord Krishna was born, and there's a lot going on here. Does anyone have any questions from this so far? We can kind of discuss some key points. I want to first start off with the prophecy that is mentioned in the beginning of the story. So Srija, do you know why Kamsa was so worried after he heard the prophecy?
Jacob, he got worried because in the prophecy it said that the eighth child would kill him. Jacob.
Yeah. So that's what the prophecy said. But why did he put he basically put meaning to those words? That he just heard a voice in the sky, but he decided to give it meaning, and he heard that someone is going to kill him. So basically he heard those words, and since he was known to be a tyrannical ruler, this prophecy, it was a threat to him, his power, and his existence, and he also had a fear of death. So the prophecy really shook him up, and he reacted very violently, and we saw what happened in the story. So that kind of puts things into question. So I kind of had a follow-up to that. Naitik, what do you think Kamsa would have done if he hadn't heard the prophecy? Would he have acted in the same way?
Jaiguru, I think no, because he heard the divine voice, and that what caused him to act. But I feel like if he might have acted the same if he saw the eighth child being born, because it said he came in a four-armed form, so he might have been worried. So Jaiguru.
That's an interesting point. Like, if Kamsa did not even hear any of this, he doesn't have anything to fear. Like, he doesn't, like, whether or not his sister has 8 kids or not, that doesn't really make a difference to him. So, I think here what's happening is that this prophecy becomes a turning point. And Kamsa basically starts to get motivated by the fear of what could happen, with the 8th son of Devaki. So this fear really shaped Kamsa's actions and led him to make really cruel and irrational decisions, like imprisoning Devaki and Vasudeva in the prison and killing their first 6 children. And so that's like something, like, who knows, like, if you heard the prophecy or not, what would have happened. And so yeah, that's some things I wanted to talk about the prophecy. Another key aspect of the story is the actions of Vasudeva, who is Krishna's father in the story. He did a lot of things here after Krishna was born and before he was born. So, Jeet, what were some good qualities of Vasudeva in the story?
Jaguru, one of his good qualities was that, like, when Kamsa was about to kill Devaki, like, he started begging for him to not kill her. Jaguru?
So yeah, that's a really great point, because he didn't let that happen. He acted quickly in order to save her life, and also by doing that, Vasudeva bought some time so that they could like, at least live and like, not immediately get killed. And so Vasudeva acted instantly in this difficulty and danger, and just so that they can buy time for the future and find a way or some solution. So that is one good thing that he did. Sandy, what was another good quality of Vasudeva in the story?
Jaguru, Vasudeva, like, took Krishna to Gokul because he was concerned of his safety, so he acted quickly. Jaguru?
Yeah, that's another awesome answer. He took Krishna all the way to Gokul, which was really that was in the next town over. And Vasudeva followed the divine instructions that he heard in the voice, and he didn't really worry or doubt how he could make it happen. He just followed the steps, and he had full and strong faith that he could go and come back and everything would be fine. And by doing so, he was able to make the arduous journey all the way to Gokul, stop the babies, and come back in that dark and stormy night and not face any consequences. Yeah, great answer from both Jeet and Sandy for this. Vasudeva had he really acted in the story, and he was able to, we're seeing what's happening here. And so, Sandy mentioned that Vasudeva went to Gokul and left a baby Krishna there. So there were some things that were needed that helped him do so. So, Sherman, what was one of the divine things that happened that helped Vasudeva go to Gokul?
When they were passing a river, a great serpent helped him because it was raining, and he wanted to shade him into the hooded form to protect Krishna.
Yeah, that's great. So the great serpent Sheshanak, he protected the baby. Like, so Vasudeva was carrying baby Krishna in a basket on top of his head, so that the river water wouldn't harm the baby. But now the Sheshanak, he to cover him from the top, from the downpour of the rain. Yeah, that's a great answer. Anis, was there anything else that miraculously happened during this time after Lord Krishna was born? Not Amit. How about Jagrat? Was there anything else that seemed to miraculously have happened during this time in the story?
Jagru, this is Anik. Could you repeat the question?
Sure. So when Vasudeva was going to Gokul with the baby Krishna, there was a few things that happened that were kind of miraculous. So we heard from Simran that one of them was that the great serpent, he covered Krishna when they were going across the river. What were some other divine or miraculous things that happened in the story?
Jaguru, the chains that trapped Vasudeva miraculously fell off, and the doors of the prison opened on their own. Jaguru?
Yep, that's right. So that's one thing that happened. Another key aspect is that all the prison guards, they fell asleep when the baby was born, and they were asleep until Vasudeva came back. So they did not witness all the things that happened in the story after Lord Krishna was born. So this way, they were able to go to Gokul, and then he was able to come back. So yeah, great answer, Nick. And so I have one more question about the specific birth time. Pratyusha, why do you think Krishna was born in the night and not during the daytime? Is there a difference? Would that make a difference?
Jaguru, I think in the night meant that less people knew about his birth, because most of the people were sleeping or just weren't outside. Jaguru.
Yeah, absolutely. So at night, the number of people that would see Vasudeva go, that everyone is asleep, or there was a heavy storm. It's more. He was able to swap the babies in secrecy. Whereas if it was in the daytime, then the sun is out, everything would be visible. So yeah, that's a great insight from you. So one more thing. So we know that in the story that Vasudeva switched baby Krishna with his friend Nanda and Yashoda's daughter. Bobby, why do you think that this swap happened?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Sure. So my question is that in the story, Lord Krishna, he was swapped with Nanda and Yashoda's daughter as a baby. Why do you think that happened?
Jaguru, I think they were swapped because they wanted to keep Lord Krishna safe, and so that he could grow up and in the future kill Kamsa, so that he could fulfill the prophecy. Jaguru.
Yeah, that is keeps him in relative safety, away from the reach of Kamsa for some time. Saraswat, do you have any other ideas of why this swap was made?
Could you repeat the last part of that question?
Yeah. My question is, why did Vasudeva have to swap the two babies, Krishna for Nanda and Yashoda's daughter?
Jayu, because there would have been a lot of suspicion as to where the baby went if there was no baby. And I think it was just easier to swap it out, swap them around, because Kamsa wouldn't suspect that they already they hit the baby somewhere, and that, and also Yashoda would also have been confused because she gave birth to one baby, and where does another one come from? So people would have started talking, and then Kamsa could have found Krishna easily.
Yeah, those are some good ideas. Basically, one is for safety, and one of this is for logic. And another way is that this is basically done to protect everyone involved, and it shows that all the cosmic forces are working together in order to have this divine justice unfold, so that we see in the end. And after the whole swap, Goddess Durga warned Kamsa again. And so you said, what was the purpose of Durga's warning to Kamsa?
I think Goddess Durga, she wanted him to know that even though that his Swaya, it seemed that he wasn't born, he's still going to appear, and he will have to live his life in fear, because he knows that his Swaya is still alive.
Yeah, that is exactly correct. Basically, her message to him is that
it's a wake-up call that, like, just that his player is born, he's out there somewhere. It's not like he's off the hook, and that it's also giving him caution, and it's letting him know that, like, it's out there. You can change your behavior, but, like, it's whatever is going to happen is going to happen. And it shows that it also, like, lets him not live in peace. Like, he knows that his impending doom is coming, and it's kind of, his punishment kind of begins early, because he hears this warning, he knows it's coming. And Kamsa, it also shows that Kamsa was able to kill the first 6 children, but he was not able to touch, like, he was not able to harm her as a baby, like he did for the other children. So these are some, like, I feel like these are some key points from the story of Janmashtami, and I think that I wanted to hear from Divyam. What was one lesson from the story? Okay. I think, like, overall, I think from what we've talked about is that the key takeaway here is, like, the triumph of good over evil, and Vasudeva's courage in actually taking Krishna to Gokula and stopping out and everything. So I feel like those are some things to keep in mind. And now we'll be talking a little bit about the actual festival, Janmashtami, which marks this occasion and why it's celebrated. So for this, Pratyush will be sharing a little bit about that with us. Pratyush, when you're ready, you can start.
Jacob. One very important celebration is the Hindu festival Janmashtami, or also known as Krishna Mashtami and Gokul Ashtami. Janmashtami is the birthday of Lord Krishna, as Janma means birth and Ashtami means the 8th, representing the birth of Krishna on the 8th night. Lord Sri Krishna is a very worshipped god. He is the 8th avatar of Vishnu and takes part in ridding the world from evil in tons of ways. One example is when he had a major role in helping the Pandavas win the war in Mahabharata, especially in convincing Arjuna to do the right thing, which is portrayed in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna inspired many followers and his teachings spread across the world. Many people, as they celebrate their friends' or relatives' birthday, celebrate Lord Krishna's birthday with immense respect. Since Lord Krishna was born at midnight, many people celebrate at midnight. People fast, sing, pray, prepare special foods, and visit the temple too. In northern India, Janmashtami is a very large festival. There are lots of performances, and one popular one is Rasalila. This is a solo group or drama event where there can be songs and acting. Another one is Dahi Handi. Pots of milk are hung from tall poles in the streets, and men form human pyramids to reach and break the pot. This imitates Krishna's childhood play with the cowherd boys, when they stole the curds hanging out of the reach by their mothers. In South India, like Tamil Nadu, people decorate the floors with kolams, a decorative pattern made of rice batter. Little footprints represent Krishna are placed around the entrances. Offerings like butter and sweets are made to Krishna. In Eastern India, they also have lots of performances, as well as some traditional dance like Rasalila. Parents also dress their children as Krishna or the gopis. In the West and other areas, people fly kites, special food is given, and have games for kids and adults, dancing, and also have parades. In Odisha, the festival is called Sri Krishna Jayanti, and people fast and worship until midnight. The Bhagavad Purana is recited from the 10th chapter, a section dedicated to Krishna's life. In the Jagannath temple in Puri, they perform Rath Yatra and have big celebrations. Overall, Janmashtami is a very big and important celebration that celebrates the birthday of Sri Krishna and has many ways of being enjoyed, and all of them are ways of showing devotion. Jai
Guru, thanks Pratyush for giving this overview on why Janmashtami is celebrated around the world and how it's being celebrated. And as we heard, there's so many different ways people celebrate, from fasting to reading Bhagavad Gita to dancing to singing songs. So I just wanted to know, like, if anyone wants to share Has anyone participated in any celebrations for this festival before? So I can share my experience. Sometimes, like in the temples, they have swings to swing Baby Krishna. So that's something that I like to do, and also singing songs. So those are some things that I've personally participated in celebrations. So I wanted to end with one last question. This is for Demu. What is the most interesting part of this whole story and the festival?
Jai Guru, I think the most interesting part of the story is just learning about how Lord Krishna came to be, and just even how his birth was such a big deal, how it was a big story, because it also mentioned at the end how everyone was rejoicing at his birth in Gokul and stuff. So after knowing the prophecy, and basically his birth just started off like such a big moment, and that kind of just set off a chain of events that led to Kamsa's defeat. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, that's really, really well put. Thanks, Demu. So yeah, I feel like I have the same opinions on that. Like, I think it's really nice to see how the circumstances in which he was born, and then later on, like, there's a lot of stories on his childhood and how he defeated Kamsa. But this is really the starting point. And I feel like I think we're almost out of time. But I'll conclude with this. Like, we should, I think what Vasudev did in the story, in how he listened to the voice, he went with Krishna to the faraway Gokul with the baby by crossing the Yamuna River, coming back to Mathura, all in this dark, stormy night. That was really courageous. And we should also be similarly inspired and have strong faith and belief in Thakura that he is there for us, he will protect us, and he will bless us and guide us. So with that, I'll end the Young Absent session here. And next is Bhava Vinoya by Santi. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, I'm so pleased and grateful that I have this opportunity and that I have Pali Seva of Baba Vinamaya today. I've recently started middle school, and I think that's a big shift from elementary school. Sometimes I feel overwhelmed and stressed out. But the YA session has really increased my focus levels and helps me to be the best person that I can truly be. It has taught me to always perform good deeds, be considerate, honest, and truthful. All of these morals really help me to also be a role model and perform better in school. Also, my connection with Thakura has really expanded, and I'm filled with gratitude for all the things that Thakura has given me. Thakura has given me one life that I'm so thankful to live in, and Thakura has surrounded me with the great people that I see throughout my daily life. I have also learned from Thakura that your anger should be controlled and you should always remain calm. In fact, Thakura's teachings imply a Sadguru never curses anyone. Even if he appears to be angry, that too is going to do good to the disciple. This quote is significant to me because it lets us know that anger, greed, and desire for materialistic pleasures are not the solution, and being humble with gratitude is the key to salvation. Jai Guru.
जय गुरु भ्रांति ठाकुर महाराज समस्त भक्त भाई माँ पिला माने आज मोर आमर संघपाड़ी वर्ष थे मिलूँ आज अपॉर्चुनिटी हूँ संघ आसिक एक्सट्रीमली फॉर्चुनेट दैट आम पाखे अच्छू एंड कमिंग हियर एंड आसन मंदिर को आसिक पाली नहीं पार्छु एंड every time जब तो मंदिर है we've been coming here fairly regularly, but every single trip, every single time when we come here, we feel very fortunate that we have this as a close proximity where we live and coming here and practice our spiritual life. तापरे काली हमें आदिवासी पूजारे we were reading this book Kokila Mukhre Sannyasi Saruthini, and there was one paragraph Ma has written कि कोकिला नित्य लोक मर्त्य लोकरे वृंदावन and it really struck me that very well, because every time when we come here we feel NSM is our Nandankanan here in the west in this country. Jette thora asle bhi jette ye kale bhi every time there is something unique, and that is what it attracts us to come here. So seta ute gote share kariya chautli au hochi ditiyo katha hochi gote last year re I had promised myself to take one thing that to practice well. Seta hochi kemiti सहज साधना करी हबो. ठाकुर बहुत थर बहुत जगह उपदेश देइछंती सहज मनुष्य हुओ. सहज मनुष्य हबाटा इज द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट step or difficult thing. जोटा होची मु जत्तेटा करि पारिछि, there is still a long way to go, but what I have done is I just want to share with as part of my bhava vinmay. गोटे कथा होची सहज साधना होची से simplification of the thought process. So se simplification ta hochi when every time what I try to do, and I'm really present in that moment, and say presence ta, to get that presence, to get that mind focused in that moment, so that I really realize I'm experiencing what is going on, whether it's Thakur pakhare ho ba bahare ho ba whatever I'm doing, other activities ba at work. I try to be attentive about that, and to get that mind focused in that particular moment, it really requires pura the inside cleansing of the both body and mind and the soul. Say inside cleansing ta jota amro class puja is a big part of it. Jota ki we are, again, I'm extremely fortunate that I'm part of it. So what has that led me to feel is that I don't try to get to create or influence any conflict. But when I'm part of anything that is, I'm dragged into it, but I try to be very intentional about what is going on and why this is happening and what is the true intention behind other people, what they're trying to do. So it's sometimes I'm amazed to even realize that there are so many easy way to think about it or to solve the problem, but we unnecessarily complicate things. Throughout my journey, throughout my experience, what I have realized is there is always an easier way to do things, easier way to simplify things, and also help out others when needed. So, and then practice thora, I've also tried to predict some of the things that this is likely to happen, and it happens. So is a amro sadhana chalichi, it's a throughout the life. Thakuranko kupare ame asiki tanko pakhare bosi parchu, and there are so many other things Thakuranko upadesho and adesho bi deichanti, but jo practice thora ame mu chalibaku chesta kurchi. One of the things that I feel a lot of time joy and happiness within myself. It's a unique experience that is very hard to describe at times, but it just feels very internal joy within myself, that I don't have to get into this level of complexity, because the solution is fairly simple. And Thakura bahut jagah seta kohichanti, and if we apply those kind of principle, it's bahut subidhare sahajare bhi jay, and which has also led me to feel that there is the discipline life also has increased quite a bit. Jota ki that's a main step towards the spiritual path. Hochi Thakurang pakhre the other thing that has happened is more the theoretical knowledge in last 1 year has not increased, because I have not able to read a lot of books, but the practical aspect of taking one thing and implementing and realizing that in my day-to-day life, it certainly has changed, and I think it's changed for good. जोटा कि निजे रियलाइज कर बुझी पारुची रियलाइज कर पारुची आउ होची केमिति दैट इज ऑलवेज माने स्वाध्यायटा बहुत दरकार आउ सेटा करि पारले आफरी रियलाइजेशन बेसी हबो दैट आई नो that I also feel the need for it, and then this is one of the things that I'll try to do for the next 12 months to increase that knowledge so that I can bring the balance between the Thakuranko Bani plus what I'm realizing and practicing within internal to myself. एतिकी ठाकुरଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କି ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ମନଟା ତାଙ୍କ ଆଡ଼କୁ ଟାଣି ଆସୁ ଆଉ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଆସିକି ଆମେ ଯେମିତି ସେବା କରିପାରିବୁ ଆଉ ହେଉଛି ଏଠି ଆସିଲେ ବି there is always I find things to do. It doesn't have to be in a list or anything. I just find that this ei mandir eita kamata hini kimba eita kari bola auri badhiya habo eta thakurଙ୍କ. So it's always it comes to my mind there are 100 things to do here. So but we just don't have enough time to do everything in every week. But whatever I try to find the time, I try to do that. It's a theory that monota भी बहुत खुशी हुए. तो ठाकुर पाखरे आशीर्वाद था आमर समस्त ऊपर कि तांको पाई मनटा एमती कनेक्टेड है कि था. जय गुरु.
जय गुरु. ठाकुर को चरण कमल कोटि प्रणाम. आज मते पाई सेवा मिली गोटे छोटिया अनुभूति कही स्टार्ट करी. बहुत दिन पर जो बापा थे मुझे पचार बापा से टीचर करते मात्र 3000 ରୁ 4000 दरमा मिले. से 4 पुओ गोटे झील समस्त को भल के देखभाल करी भल की पढ़े सब कम सुरखुर हो जाए. मुझे चाकरी कलापर बापा पचारि जे मोर एत पैसा अच्छी हेले भी सब ठीक रे होउनी. बापा कहते किसी गोटे गड़बड़ बुझी कर एत पैसा केमती होनी पैसा केमती यूटिलाइज कर ठाकुर को प्रणाम दौच कि ना मुझे ठाकुर प्रणाम दौर केमती प्रणाम दौर आमर जो सैलरी मिले से 10% ठाकुर रखे. अच्छा अच्छा ठीक अच्छे तुम सेमती कर जी पैसा आनुच से ठाकुर से काटिकी दौच बुझिकी जना पड़ा बापा कौन करते बापा ठीक ओल्टाटी करते पूरा सैलरी आनिकी ठाकुर को देदेवे. कहते ठाकुर हेले घर कर्ता तुमको जहाँ मिलूँ आग ठाकुर को देदव सब ये आनिकी तुम घर खर्च कर यहाँ मुझे पाइली 4 जन पिला ये खर्च हम केमती घर चलेनी से आप देख बापा केवे भी किसी असुविधा है आम कि ठीक करूँ सब आम पैसा असुविधा हुए जहाँ भी पैसार असुविधा हुए. छोटिया उदाहरण जो भक्ति श्रेष्ठ कवि सूरदास पूर्व जन्म महर्षि गर्ग को पचारे मुझे शुणी कौन भगवान कृष्ण रूप से जन्म हो जाए मोर देखा इच्छा हो अंध थे तेणु महर्षि गर्ग कहले ठीक अच्छे तुमको मु अश्रु प्रदान कर किसी बड़ कथा नुहे कि आउ थे भाविकी देख तुम कौन सत्य देखुन दिव्य दृष्टि कह हाँ मुझे देखुची दिव्य दृष्टि से इच्छा से जन्म हो जाए अच्छी देखीदे एमती आखि टू आखि भल लगता. हाँ तुम देख भल लगे किंतु सहित ये माया जगत तुम देख सहित अलग गुड़ाई जिन सब देख ये सब जिन देखिले कौन हम ना माया तुम फसीज तेणु आउ थे भाविकी देख ତମେ ଏବେ ସବୁବେଳେ 24/7 କେବଳ ତାଙ୍କୁ ହିଁ ଦେଖୁଛ ଦିବ୍ୟ ଦୃଷ୍ଟିରେ, ସେଇଟା ତୁମକୁ ପସନ୍ଦ ନା ତୁମକୁ ମୁଁ ଦୃଷ୍ଟି ପ୍ରଦାନ କରିବି? ତମେ 2 ମିନିଟ୍ ପାଇଁ ତାକୁ ଦେଖିବ, ତା ସହିତ ଗୁଡାଏ ସବୁ ମାୟା ଆବୃତ ଜିନିଷ ଦେଖିବ ଯୋଉଟା କି ତମକୁ ବିଚଳିତ କରିଦବ। ସେଠୁ କବି କହିଲେ ମୋର ତାହେଲେ ଆଖି ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ, ଯାହା ମତେ ଠାକୁର ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ସେଇଟା ସବୁଠୁ ଭଲ। ତେଣୁ ଠାକୁର ଆମକୁ ଯାହା ଦଉଛନ୍ତି ବା ଯାହା କରୁଛନ୍ତି ସବୁ ସେ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି କୋଉଟା ଠିକ କୋଉଟା ଭୁଲ, ତାଙ୍କ ଅନୁସାରେ ସେ ଆମକୁ ସବୁ ସେ ଅନୁସାରେ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରନ୍ତି। ଆମେ କେମିତି ଭୋଗ ବିଳାସରେ ବୁଡି ନ ରହି ଯୋଗୀ ହେଇକି ଆନନ୍ଦ ପ୍ରାପ୍ତି କରିବା, ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସବୁଦିନେ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବା। ଆଜି ଯାହା ସବୁ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ ମୁଁ କହିଲି, ଯେତିକି ବୁଝିଛି ସେତିକି କହିଲି। ଯଦି କାହାର ଭାବରେ ବିଘ୍ନ ହେଇଥାଏ ତାହେଲେ କ୍ଷମା କରିବେ। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ସେ ଆମ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ ପ୍ରଦାନ କରନ୍ତୁ ଏବଂ ତାଙ୍କ ଭାବଧାରା କେମିତି ପ୍ରତିଷ୍ଠା ହେବ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆମକୁ ପ୍ରେରଣା ପ୍ରଦାନ କରନ୍ତୁ। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
जय गुरु। बिशप भाई मध्य इवनिंग पूजा की।
हाँ भाई जय। आज भाई एकादशी बोधे आज कौन इवनिंग पूजा नहीं ताले?
आज्ञा आज्ञा हबनी।
हाँ ठीक है। जय गुरु। श्री ठाकुर महाराज एबे संघ पूजार द्वितीय अधिवेशन शेष होगा जाऊँगी। आपण को विश्राम गृह को नहीं भोग निवेदन करा जीवो। आश्रम में थिबा समस्त भाई माँ और पिला माननकु आश्रम में प्रसाद ग्रहण करिया को निमंत्रण जनाऊँगी एवं अन्य माँ भाई पिला माननकु निज गुहासन रे प्रसाद ग्रहण करिया को निमंत्रण करूँगी। जय गुरु।
Jai I invite Shri Shri Thakura, all Bhais, Swaths and young aspirants to the YA session of the next Sangha Puja to be held on Sunday, the 17th of September. Jai Guru.
जय गुरु भाई मैं निमंत्रण कर दे। आज्ञा आज्ञा भाई जय गुरु। जय गुरु। श्री श्री ठाकुर महाराज समस्त भाई माने समस्त माँ माने और समस्त पिला माननकु आमे सारस्वत स्निग्धा माँ और मु सार्थक भाई आसंता शनिवार अधिवास पूजा पाई और आसंता रविवार सेप्टेम्बर 17 तारीख दिन संघ पूजा पाई निमंत्रण करूछु। संघ पूजा रे योगदान दे आमे समस्त पूजाटी को साफल्य मंडित करने को चेष्टा करिबा। जय गुरु।
जय गुरु। आज सानवी अश्विनी भाई और मोर पाई सेवा थिला और अन्य माँ भाई जो मैंने संघ पूजा रे सेवा पूजा नहीं थे जानते अजाणत आज जहाँ किसी त्रुटि हो जाइए आम श्री श्री ठाकुर समस्त माँ भाई पिला पाखे क्षमा प्रार्थना करुचु। आउ त्रुटिर जेपरी पुनरावृत्ति न हुए एथिपाई प्रार्थना करुचु। जय गुरु।
जय गुरु। दया मोया श्री चरणे तेहि निवेदन दयामय श्री चरणे तेहि निवेदन निरंतर सवनाम करिबि स्मरण निरंतर
ସ୍ମରଣ ଏହା ଛଡ଼ା ନ ରହିବ ଈଶ୍ୱର କାମନା ଏହା ଛଡ଼ା ନ ରହିବ ଈଶ୍ୱର କାମନା ଏହି ମାତ୍ର ଶିକ୍ଷା ମୋର ଏତିକି ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ଏହି ମାତ୍ର ଭିକ୍ଷା ମୋର ଏତିକି ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ତୁମେ ପ୍ରଭୁ ମୁହି ଦାସ ଏହି ଅହଙ୍କାର ତୁମେ ପ୍ରଭୁ ମୁହି ଦାସ ଏହି ଅହଙ୍କାର एकमात्र और जीव प्रबल संस्कार प्रभु एकमात्र और जीव प्रबल संस्कार एथि लगी जेबे काले न मिले मुक्ति एथि लगी जेबे काले न मिले मुक्ति तथापि रखिबी मने अनंत तृपति प्रभु तथापि रखिबी मने अनंत तृपति तुमरी दृष्टि भीतरे तुमरी जगते तुमरी दृष्टि भीतरे तुमरी जगते पड़ी थी जही तही तुमरी इंगिते देव पड़ी थी जही तही तुमरी इंगिते हंस परे रचनार अभिनव रूप हंस परे रचनार अभिनव रूप देखी देखी आसी जीव असल स्वरूप देव देखी देखी आसी जीव असल स्वरूप मिलाई न पारे जेबे तब जंतेश्वर मिलाई न पारे जेबे तब जंतेश्वर तब नामे बाई गंगा बिना मोर प्रभु तब नामे बाई जीव गंगा बिना मोर सुनु बान सुनु केहि शिव अहंकार सुनु बान सुनु केहि शिव अहंकार तुमे प्रभु मुहि दास एतिकी संसार देव तुमे प्रभु मुहि दास एतिकी संसार प्रेममय श्रीचरणे करे निवेदन प्रेममय श्रीचरणे करे निवेदन प्रेममय श्रीचरणे करे निवेदन प्रेममय श्रीचरणे करे निवेदन तुम जय गाउथिबी ए सारा जीवन प्रभु तुम जय गाउथिबी ए सारा जीवन प्रभु तुम जय गाउथिबी ए सारा जीवन जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय 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 गुरु जय गुरु जय जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय जय गुरु जय गुरु जय गुरु जय
जय गुरु जय गुरु
Jai Guru 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 Jai
जय गुरु भाई माने माँ माने quickly let me go through our August Dinolipi statistics. August month total 46 भक्त करछन्ती दिनले पूर्ण करछन्ती अवश्य के जन माने सिंगल डिजिट रही जाइछन्ती देखो 3 जन भक्त सिंगल डिजिट रही गले टोटल 46 तागर पूरा मासटा करछन्ती 28 doctors and 25 दिन अधिक करछन्ती 37 which is a good number. जो माने पूरा मासटा करछन नाटा पड़ दोची अनुप भाई, अश्विन भाई, भक्तिमा, विश्वरंजन भाई, विश्वजीत भाई, राजेंद्र भाई, ज्ञान भाई, कल्पना मा, निक्षिता मा, निहार भाई, पद्मा मा, पल्लविता मा, पल्लवी मा, प्रभाकर भाई, प्रियंपदा मा, संजीत भाई, सार्थक भाई, शिवानी द्विवेदी मा, स्मिता बाई मा, स्मिता राय मा, सोनिया मा, सुभाषिष भाई, सुब्रत भाई, सुप्रीत भाई, सुप्रीत भाई, ठाकुर प्रसाद भाई, उषा मा एंड वेदमती मा से पूरा मासटा करछन्ती आउ रिमाइंड कर चाहूँ जे के जन हमर क्लास पिला भक्त माने भाई माने माँ माने दिन में ढिला मार देछन्ती टिके सीरियस होउछु काना एटा आपनकर निष्ठा केते सेटा ही प्रमाण करूछि तेणु यू हैव टू टेक दिन भी सीरियसली नले आपन को ना नेक्स्ट ईयर रेकमेंड करा जीव नहीं क्लास भी जॉइन करिया पे प्लीज डू टेक दैट सीरियसली आउ तो कथा जे आज हमर ये विषय टिके कहूछि भाग्यविनी विषय असीम भाई भाग्यविनी हमर विश्वजीत बेहरा भाई भाग्यविनी बहुत भल लागला असीम भाई तो कहले जोरा कि प्रकृति छात्र चाहिए आम कौनटा करूँ से कौनटा फल मिलूँ कौनटा असुविधा होता डिस्कसन करवा कथा ठाकुर निर्देश यहाँ भावना कहे आज भल जिन पढ़ाला भल लगे एक भल जिन पढ़ा तो अन्य जानते आम अधिका कौन कहलु ठाकुर जिन भल लगता नहीं कि आम केतटा कर जीवन में ठाकुर से चाहिए से स्पष्ट भाव व्यक्त कर ठाकुर ये व्यक्त इच्छा भावना कौन करा पड़ो अमिता पाती कुछ सरी बेहरा भाई भाव समर्पण कथा भाई भाई कहले आम सब जिन आमर कहू कि प्रकृत ठाकुर ठाकुर केते कहूँ आम मो पैसा ठाकुर मो घर ठाकुर जदि आम कहूँ घर ठाकुर संसार ठाकुर मुहर कथा हो प्रकृत अंतर कथा हो एनिवे भल लगे भावनी भाई मानकर जस्ट वांटेड टू पॉइंट आउट लास्ट कथा बिफोर टू काशीचंद्र विषित है जे हमर संघर गोटे गोल थिला जे अधिकांश भक्त ठाकुर बही गुड़ाक रखिए घरे से अनुसार आप कही आप को बही अच्छी को बही ना आम तो इंडिया बही आसीला भक्त बही रही जाइए नियंतु केमती कौन ने मेल कर मंदिर आगे आस पाखापाखि लोक भक्त के आसते पारे आदि आप आसना मेल करा पड़ो कि आपको मेल खर्च दवा पड़ो संघ तो दब नहीं कह अर्थ है सका से कथा कहूली मानने सका ठाकुर कहले जे सद्ग्रंथ पाठ साधु संघर अंतर्गत साधु संघर महिमा तो ठाकुर कहले साधु संघ चित्तशुद्धि हुए भक्ति भाव उदय हुए इत्यादि इत्यादि क्षण हुए सज्जन संगति रेखा भगवती भगवान तरण नौका केते पाप कोटि जन्म पाप चली जाऊँगी आदि साधु संघ होमर सद्ग्रंथ पाठ साधु संघर अंतर्गत खाली सद्ग्रंथ नुहे आम ठाकुर सद्ग्रंथ आप चिंता कर तार महिमा केते पढ़ु जो मान पाखे अच्छी पढ़ुना प्लीज माने आटलिस्ट दिन को 10 मिनट आरंभ करूँ जब सबुदिन न हो सप्ताह को आगे गोटे आरंभ करूँ तो सप्ताह मुझे 2 दिन पढ़ी 3 दिन 4 दिन एमती करूँ जो बही ना केमती नबार प्लां करूँ से अनुरोध कर विषय कि अच्छी
जय गुरु खाली गोटे जिन कहला आमर नीलाचल ठाकुर निगमानंद बही पढ़ाऊँ जो मैंने मत रेस्पंड करते ना खाली कहीदे अमिता भाई लिप्सिता माँ पद्मा माँ दीप्ति माँ रश्मि पंडा माँ ବେଦମତୀ ମା ଏମାନଙ୍କୁ ଛଡା ଯଦି ଆଉ କିଏ ମତେ ପଠେଇଥିବେ କି ମୋ ନାଁ ମିସ୍ କରିଯାଇଛି କି ନହେଲେ ନାଁ ଦେଇନାହାନ୍ତି you can inform your name ଆମେ ସେଟାକୁ ଆଡ୍ କରିଦେଲେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସେବା ମିଳିବ so
ମତେ ଆଡ୍ କରିଦେବେ
ହଁ ହଁ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଆପଣ ନାଁଟା ହଁ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ହଁ ଆପଣ ନାଁଟା ମଧ୍ୟ ହଁ ରାଇଟ୍ ଏତିକି କିଛି ଆଉ ଯଦି କାହା ନାଁ ଛାଡ଼ିଥିବା ଆମେ କହିବେ ଜୟଗୁରୁ
ଭାଇ ଭାଇ ଗୋଟେ କ୍ଲାରିଫିକେସନ ଆମର ଡିସ୍କସନ ହେଇଥିଲା ପରିଚାଳନା କମିଟିରେ ଆମେ ତ କହିଥିଲା ଆଗରୁ ଯୋଉମାନେ ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ସେବା ନେଉଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଛୁଆଙ୍କୁ ପୁସ୍ତକ ଦିଆଯାଉନି ତେଣୁ ସେଇଟା ମନେ ରଖିବେ ତା ଶୁଣିଛି କେବଳ ଏତିକି ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କର ଅଛି ଅନ୍ୟ ଭକ୍ତଙ୍କ ବହି ଅଛି କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେହେତୁ ସେମାନଙ୍କର ସଙ୍ଗୀତ ସେବା ଅଛି ସେମାନଙ୍କର ପୁସ୍ତକ ଦିଆଯାଉନି
ଜୟଗୁରୁ so we'll go to attendance ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଅମିତା ଭାଇ ଭାଇ ପଢୁଥିଲେ ବହି ପଦ୍ମିନୀ ମା ହଁ ଭାଇ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଅଞ୍ଜନା ମା
ଜୟଗୁରୁ
ଜୟଗୁରୁ ଅନୁପ ଭାଇ